Good evening and welcome to the island for tonight's ball game between the Kansas Cannons and your hometown Kingman Islanders. Now we'll read off the starting lineup, starting with the Cannons. Leading off the second baseman, Zeb Henry. The shortstop, Cooper Martin. The center fielder, Lane Howard. The left fielder, Cooper Combs. The third baseman, Gannon Snyder. The designated hitter, Jose Grijalva. The first baseman, Mike Williamson. The catcher, Mason Ray. The right fielder, Kane Springer. Starting on the mound for the Cannons, Dylan Godel. And now the lineup for your hometown Islanders. The shortstop, Ben Wallachek. The center fielder, Trent Reitmeyer. The third baseman, Nolan Friend. The designated hitter, Luke Clayton. The right fielder, Kyle Reese. The catcher, Carter Helm. First baseman, Gunnar Skripsik. The second baseman, Striker Hake. And the left fielder, Lane Rolfs. Starting on the mound for the Islanders, Carson Heim. Now at this time we ask that you please rise and honor our country for the playing of our national anthem.
Get lost, puppies. Was that loud?
All right, we're ready for tonight's ball game between the Kansas Cannons from Augusta and the Kingman Islanders.
You done with that mic?
Go ahead.
6:15. Not right now, but I will.
Cannons coming into this game with a 10-4 record against the Islanders, who come into this game with a 5-6 record after starting off really hot. Yesterday between these teams in Augusta ended 4-12 in favor of the Cannons. Stepping up to the plate for the Cannons, Zeb Henry. Ground ball over to second base. Hake throws it over to first for the first out. Hine, before that out, had 4 innings pitched on the year, gave up 8 earned runs. I'm sorry, 2 earned runs. This is a very different number. I apologize. 4.5 ERA, which is equivalent to the ERA you'd have if you just went out there and had a quality start every game. So Martin takes ball 1. That pitch fouled off. Martin hitting .313 on the year in Jayhawk League play, and they're just for the Cannons this year. That's not just in Jayhawk play. Here's the pitch. It's going to be up. Martin thought about bunting there and decided to hold back. Two-one count. Here's the pitch. Inside, ball 3. Martin, 7 walks in his 10 games this year, so tip that one foul. Runs the count full. Payoff pitch from Hine. Swung on, fouled down the third base side. Barehand play made by Coach Munns. Gets it back to his pitcher. Do the 3-2 again. Hine deals. That pitch in there. Strike 3 called for the first strikeout of the game. Brings up Haworth to the plate. .333 on the year. .15 for 45. Shows bunt, pulls it back in time for ball 1. One-0 pitch. In there for strike 1. Haworth, a lefty from Wichita State. Count even at 1. Here's the pitch. Runs inside. Two-one. Pitch is in there on the outside corner. Evens the count up at 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here. Top of the first inning. Two-two pitch from Hine. Be in the dirt. Runs the count full for the second batter in a row. Payoff pitch. It's going to be grounded over to second base, past Hake, into right field for a base hit. So Haworth gets on with 2 outs. It'll bring up the left fielder Combs, hitting .458 on the year. Kansas Jayhawk isn't even #1 on the team in batting average. Cannons have some sluggers, which are a different team in the Jayhawk Collegiate League. First pitch up there, ball 1. .1-0 pitch, swung on, fouled back. Count even at 1 now. Combs, 11 for 24 according to Point Streak. Swung on. That gets down out in left field. Runner goes to third, and he'll be safe there. So now runners on the corners with 2 outs. Brings up Gannon Snyder, hitting .250 on the year. Snyder, another one from Wichita State, which is where I believe that a lot of Wichita State players, if they're playing summer ball, are in the Jayhawk Collegiate League. You see a lot of them, quite a few of them on the Cannons roster. Mason Munns plays for the Islanders. That pitch in the dirt. Everyone's going to stay put. Hines gonna step off, look around, see if he can make a throw. He's not gonna. One pitch. In there for strike 2. One-two pitch, swung on. I believe got a piece of that ball. Count stays at 1-2. Say 2-2, actually. I think that's interesting. That pitch going to be fouled into the dirt. Stays alive still. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here. Runners on the corner here in the top of the first. No runs have come across for the Cannons. Pitch Gannon, swung on. The runner went. Throw over to first from Wallachek. In time for the 3rd out. 2 runners on. No one scores for the Cannons that inning. We'll head to the bottom of the first. On the mound for the Cannons today is going to be Dylan Godel. He's pitched in 2 games, started 1. He's thrown 5 total innings. Only allowed 3 base runners with no hits, 9 strikeouts in 5 innings for him. And obviously no runs have come across for him. Impressive pitcher like that, and the amount of players on the Cannons roster go to D1 schools, you'd expect him to be one of them. Dylan Godel, player at Iowa Western Community College. So he's been impressive so far this summer. Ben Wolochek steps to the plate. Wolochek hitting just 184 on the year, which is atypical for how he's been doing the last few years with the Islanders. But obviously, still fairly early in the season. We're still just in the middle of June. Coach still likes him enough to put him at the top of the lineup in the leadoff spot. One pitch, way inside. Wolochek goes down, but ball didn't hit him. That was more just an effort to avoid the pitch. Wolochek does have an on-base percentage of .325, so he's just not getting as many hits as we're used to seeing him get. He's still getting on base at a decent clip. One pitch, fouled off to the right side. Runs the count full. Payoff pitch from Godel, swung on, fouled back. Had 2 home games for the Islanders rained out this year, and weather is threatening today. As you can see by all the clouds in the sky, we haven't gotten any rain yet today. And the chance of rain has gone down a little bit as Wolochek takes ball 4 for a walk. Brings up Trent Reitmeyer. Reitmeyer hitting 154, and that ball just put barely in play. I think it might have been put down a bunt. I apologize, I didn't have my eyes on the field as that pitch was delivered, but if it was a bunt, that'll be a sacrifice as it moves Wolochek over to second. As Nolan Friend steps to the plate. Hitting 275 on the year, the Kingman High School alumni. Wolochek runs, throw over to third, not in time, it goes into the outfield. Wolochek's going to come home and score to give the Islanders the lead early on in this ball game. So moving him over to second, scored him on the next pitch on the error from the catcher after he stole third. Friend up 1-0 in the count. Islanders up 1-0 on the scoreboard. That pitch is going to be in there for a strike, catches the bottom of the zone. Godel deals. That Pitch way inside, way up. And there's no umpire on the planet that calls that pitch strike, so count runs to 2-1. Ground ball over to the left side is going to be foul. Evens the count up at 2. Here's the pitch. Swung on, missed for strike 3. And Friend doesn't strike out a whole lot. So seeing him go down there on strikes without many foul balls to keep himself alive is kind of atypical, but it really speaks to how good Godel is at striking guys out. Now Clayton up to the plate. He'll foul that first pitch off. Luke Clayton is the designated hitter today. Hitting .280, has an on-base percentage of .471, which is 3rd on the Islanders. Second out of guys who have had more than 4 plate appearances. Cassandra Roberts is up there in on-base percentage, but he's a pitcher, not really at the plate a lot. That ground ball over to shortstop, going to be thrown to first base in time for the 3rd out. But Wallachek, with his walk, is able to come across and score and give the Islanders the early lead in this ball game. 1-0 your score heading into the 2nd inning.
Yeah.
Set of keys I took from Coach to get into the press box. He needed them. I meant to give them back, but that is a mistake on my part. And was that a flash of lightning? I believe that it might have been. I don't think anyone else saw it. Maybe I'm just saying things. I think the fact that the storms are on my mind is kind of playing with me. We're going to keep playing. That is a mistake on my part. Jose Grijalba, the designated hitter, coming up to the plate. He's hitting .529 on the year. Only 17 at-bats, but still, he's making the most of those. So he'll take ball 1. Has taken 6 walks as well. That pitch will be inside, ball 2. Grijalba, listed as a pitcher on the roster, attends Emporia State University. That pitch can be fouled off to left side for strike 1. 2-1 the count. That pitch going to be in the dirt. That pitch, outside ball 4. Grijalva draws his 7th walk of the year. Brings up Mike Williamson, the first baseman. He's hitting just .207 on the year. First pitch, going to be fouled off. Ground ball down the first base side. A 1 pitch from Hine. Going to be swung on, hit deep into left field. Fielder going back and rolls, makes the grab out there for the first out. Brings up Mason Ray, the catcher. 276 for him on the year. Mason Ray. Is the only player with his hometown listed on the Cannons roster on point streaks. So I suppose I should mention that he's from Melbourne, Australia. Attends Northwestern State University. That pitch catches the strike zone for strike 1. A 1 pitch, swung on, grounded foul. Hine has him down 0-2 now. Double play situation here with 2 strikes. First Grijalva. Pitch from Hine. It's going to be swung on, fouled back. Stays alive. Oh, 2 pitch again. It's going to be in the other batter's box, and that's going to take away the double play as Grijalva will take his stroll to second base after that ball got away from Helm for ball 1. One-two pitch. It's gonna miss low. Grijalva kind of dancing over at second base, trying to get in the head of Hine maybe a little bit. He'll pretty much stay put there. But that pitch fouled off to the right side. Count remains 2-2. That pitch, gonna miss. Maybe it was a bit inside, maybe it was a bit low. It was on the border of the strike zone. But it'll run the count full as it's called a ball. Payoff pitch to Ray. Swung on, missed, strike 3. Hines' second strikeout of the game brings up Kane Springer. Springer. Hitting just 138 on the year. You see these guys on the Cannons with the low batting averages. They're able to work their way into the lineup still. Because the top of the lineup is so ridiculously productive. Perhaps maybe a little bit of defensive ability. All 3 players listed as catchers on the roster are in the lineup today. They've been the last 3 hitters. Williamson, Ray, and Springer. Two-oh count. Inside, ball 3. So a 3-0 count. First base is open, but still prefer to get the out here to walking him, especially with the top of the order coming up, as that pitch gets in there for strike 1. Through 1 pitch from Hine. Catches the outside part of the plate for strike 2. Springer thought he drew a walk there, but strike 2 was called. Runs the count full. Payoff pitch. Swung on, grounded to third. Friend has it. Throw over to first. In time for the 3rd out. So for the 2nd inning in a row, the Cannons have a runner in scoring position that they can't get across. We'll head to the bottom of the 2nd. Islanders lead it 1-0. Stepping up to the plate, leading off the 2nd inning for the Islanders. Gonna be Kyle Reese. Right at the Mendoza line, batting .200 so far this season. That pitch, gonna miss for ball 1. That pitch going to be swung on, fouled over to the right side. Evens count. One pitch. Can be inside. Ball 2. Two one pitch, swung on, hit high. That's going to be caught by Springer out in right field. Brings the catcher Helm to the plate. Helm hitting just 130 on the year, on the season. Has a on-base percentage over 300, which is the second time I've mentioned an Islanders player being under the Mendoza line, but still getting on base at a decent rate. Still not anything mind-blowing, 310, but one pitch, swung on, missed. One-two pitch, gonna be in there, called strike 3. Second strikeout of the day for Godel. Brings up Gunnar Skripsik. Skripsik, one of 3 players in the Islanders lineup today from Kingman High School. All 3 of those players have graduated, but they attended Kingman High School, are alumni. Played high school ball on this field. There's a ground ball over to the third base side. It's going to be foul. Skripsik's, I believe, first plate appearance of the year for the Islanders. Not committed to play baseball anywhere in college. 0-2, check swing, and they'll say he went. So that'll be the 3rd strikeout for Godel, his 2nd of the inning, 2nd in a row. And we'll head to the 3rd. Islanders still lead it 1-0. Lineup resets here at the start of the third inning. Zeb Henry, the leadoff hitter, comes up to the plate. First pitch, gonna miss outside for ball one. Henry, a player at Eastern Oklahoma Community College, switch hitter. High pitch gonna be fouled to the left side. Obviously comes up to the plate on the right side of the plate, but the left-handed batter box to oppose Hine, who's a righty on the mound. That pitch, grounded foul. Going to trade with the umpire. Baseball's his helm. One-two pitch, swung on, hit high out into center field. Right Myers under it, has it for the first out. Brings up Cooper Martin. Martin 0 for 1 today. He struck out looking in the first inning as he'll take ball one inside. A pitch, going to be lined over to second base, a ground ball thrown over to first for the second out. Pardon me. Lane Haworth steps up to the plate. Ended up getting to third base, couldn't score before the end of the inning. So he'll take strike one. For the second time, Haworth comes up to the plate behind Henry and Martin, who both got out and the bases are empty for him. That pitch, gonna be low. That pitch, gonna be in there, strike two. One, two, the count. Here's the pitch. Swung on, line to second base. Hake has it for the third out. Ball goes to Hake 2 plays in a row and gets the out both times with an assist and a putout. Islanders still lead at middle of the third. 1-0 is your score. Stepping up to the plate for the Islanders, striker Hake. Second baseman recorded a couple outs in the top half of this inning. He has just 234 to start the season, so a bit of a struggle for him to get going. Starting a season on a cold stretch is really unfortunate because it just makes your numbers look a lot worse than they should be. Because say you go a couple games hitting like 220, even that's pretty bad, but 220 is like a normal batting average that you'll see. Your batting average isn't going to sink to .059 after a 2 for 34 stretch as it would if you just start the season like that. And Hake quickly down 0-2. So he'll take that pitch outside for ball one. One to the pitch, swung on, grounded foul. A pitch, swung on, missed for strike three. Pitch was dropped by Ray behind the plate, but Hake will head back to the dugout as Lane Rolfe steps to the plate. It's 2 for 10 on the year. Obviously means he's batting 200. Strike called on that pitch. Rolfe's from Ellsworth, Kansas. Also uncommitted to play college ball like some other players I mentioned earlier on the Islanders. That pitch gonna be swung on, grounded to the pitcher. Ball gets away from him. Throw over to first base is gonna be more of a roll over to first base. And Rolfes is on with one away. Wolochek steps up to the plate. Only base runner of the game before Rolfes so far. He drew a walk in the first inning, was bunted over to second, stole third, and went home on an error, a throwing error by Ray behind the plate. And that pitch way inside. Second time an inside pitch has knocked out Wolochek so far this game. This is just his second at bat. That pitch gonna miss. Ball two. To a pitch. It's gonna be inside. He stays on his feet that time, but I think he said something. I don't think he's too happy about all these pitches running inside on him, which I wouldn't be either. Don't want to say it's intentional, but he'll take ball four low. Now runners on first and second base with just one out. It'll bring Reitmeyer to the plate. Bunted, Wolochek over in the first inning, leading to the go-ahead run, and the only run scored so far this game by either team. A pickoff move by Godel It's more just a lob to second base. Remind the runners that he can do that. Wasn't particularly close to getting Rolfs at second. But he'll go home with that pitch. Another bunt. It's going to be foul that time. Trying to bunt it down the first base line that time as opposed to the bunt he put down the third base line last time. You don't want catcher to grab it and get that force out at third. That defeats the purpose of what you're trying to do with the bunt there. So swing and miss at strike two. A pitch. It's gonna break towards the plate, but not quite get back to it. 1-2 the count now. I think that was a curveball that ended up just inside. One, two. I pitch inside. Evens up the count at 2. Runners on first and second. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here. Bottom of the third. Islanders lead at 1-0. Here's the pitch. It's going to be in the dirt. Count is full. Here's the payoff pitch. Swung on. Lined out into right field. A fly ball. It's going to be caught. And the runners will hold. We'll bring Friend to the plate. Struck out in the first inning, which is uncharacteristic of Friend. That pitch is going to be inside for a ball. One-oh pitch, swung on, line back to the pitcher, and Godel catches it, spikes the ball, and we'll head back to the dugout after that third out. Big struck out. Leading off the inning for the Cannons, it's going to be Cooper Combs. Had a single in the first inning, then was stranded at first base. That pitch gonna be nowhere near the strike zone for ball one. That one swung on, missed. Evens the count. Nice pitch by Hine there to even the count. 1-1. That one's in the dirt. Eye level with Combs probably a little bit low now after 2 pitches in the dirt here. One of them was way outside, and that one's way up, way in. So, eye level could be anywhere now. He's just looking for a pitch to hit. He can afford to look for a pitch he wants to hit on a 3-1 count. Here's that pitch, and he did want to hit that one. He'll just foul it to the third base side. Payoff pitch, swung on, grounded down the third base line. Friend has it, throw over to first. It's going to be, take Scripps off the bag, and he's going to be safe. Really tough play. I think that's going to be a hit. I think he might have beaten it out even if Scripps had stayed on the bag. Either way, Combs is on base for a second time. Brings Gannon Snyder to the plate, grounded out to Wallachek in the first inning. That pitch, going to be swung on. A base hit out into right field. And that time, Combs is going to just stay at second. So now 2 on, just 1 out for Jose Grijalva. Drew a walk in the second inning. Leads the Cannons in batting average. Now would be a good time for him to add another hit to his season total for the Cannons. 2 runners on. The extra base hit could give the Cannons the lead. Probably would, considering he's a lefty. I'd probably go out to right field. Combs dancing on the second base line. Just trying to get in the head of Hine. That's happened. A couple times you'll see the Cannons players, and you'll see the Islanders players do it as well on second base. Just move around, try to see if they can get the pitcher to bite, make a move maybe. Grijalva goes down 1-2. That pitch could be outside. Ball 2. Count even now. Runners on first and second here in the top of the 4th. Islanders lead it 1-0. Still only 1 out. Jose Grijalva at the plate. 2-2 pitch. Carson deals. Fouled away. Count remains at 2-2. Pitch from Hine. It's going to be fouled off again. Now you're starting to see why his batting average is so high. He just refuses to get out. It's a good trait for a baseball player to have. Two-two pitch again in the dirt. Ball 3. It's really good discipline as well. He's fouling off pitches that are around the strike zone, and he's worth the count full now. Taking 3 pitches that weren't really that close. Count full now. Here's the pitch. Swung on. Hit high. Over to shortstop. Looks like Wallachek's going to play it, and he will. So Crialba will head back to the dugout. And it looked like they caught the runner at second sleeping. I'm going to be completely honest. I was still recording that out by Wallachek on my notes, and a throw over to second base. It's going to be way too high, so that'll be a successful steal by Snyder with 2 outs. Williamson at the plate flew out. And quick steal, and they're going to call him safe at third. I thought for sure that throw beat him. Wonder if the tag wasn't put on in time. I thought he was out for sure, but infield umpire called him safe. He's going to be safe at third. Still 2 outs. Put away Williamson here, it's not going to matter. That's going to be a ground ball up the middle, and it's going to score a run. And to be honest, if he was still at second base, he probably could have scored on that one. So, tie ball game on the base hit from Williamson. Gonna bring the Australian Mason Ray to the plate. He struck out in the second inning. This is the first time that the Cannons have actually gotten like anything going on offense since the first. They had runners on the corners before they were put away. They've only had 1 base runner in the 2 innings since then, but this inning, they're getting guys on and a run come across. That pitch can be outside for a ball. And Coach Ramon is going to come out to the mound to talk with Hine. Top of the 4th inning, game is tied 1-1 after Williamson's RBI single. There are 2 outs, and Hine has been pitching pretty well all day. He's got a ground ball, fly ball, strikeout, anything could end the inning. But Ray is up in the count, 1-0. We'll continue this at bat. Swung on a line to striker Hake. Got a glove on it, but just couldn't field it on that tough play, and it got into the outfield. It bounced off his glove, but for all intents and purposes, it just went right through it. Brings Kane Springer to the plate. The right fielder grounded out to shortstop his first at bat. Now runners on first and second for him. A pitch will be in the dirt. Runners move over. One 0 pitch. It's going to miss again. Just a little bit higher than where that first pitch was. Helm was able to stay in front of it and put his glove on it. But it's ball 2 all the same. 2 runners in scoring position here. That ball going to be fouled off to the right side. And at this point, the Islanders have to be thankful that they got Combs out at second base. Otherwise, they could be facing a deficit already with these runners threatening to score right here. 2-1 pitch, swung on, grounded over to Hake. Throw over to Skripsic, in time for the third out. So 4 hits, and only 1 run comes out of it. But the game is tied now, as the Islanders will come up in the bottom of the 4th. After 3.5 innings, we'd like to thank our Islander sponsors for this season: 54 Chiropractic, Jake's Guttering Service, Eagles Pub and Golf Course, and 360 Total Fitness Center. Stepping up to the plate, Luke Clayton, designated hitter at this point in the game. He was initially penciled in to be the first baseman, but a change to the lineup that took Corey Reese out, who was originally supposed to be the DH, moved Clayton to DH, and Skripsic moved into the lineup and is playing first. 1-0 pitch, up high. Clayton grounded out to short, his first at bat. That pitch can be swung on, hit high over to the third base side, and it's going to be caught by Snyder over there for the first out. Now Kyle Reese steps up to the plate. Fly out to right field his first at bat. First pitch would be swung on, grounded foul. A 1 pitch, swung on, fouled back. Oh, 2 pitch is gonna miss low. Reese takes that pitch, stays alive. That pitch is taken outside for ball 2. Two the count. That pitch gonna be miss the strike zone for ball 3. Full count. A pitch swung on, missed, strike 3. And if he had taken that one, it almost definitely would have been ball 4. But a good pitch there by Godel to get him out. Now Helm steps to the plate, struck out looking his first time. As Helms takes strike 1, I just got a notification on my phone from ESPN that a baseball legend and Hall of Famer Willie Mays has passed away at the age of 93. As Helm grabs that one to third. Throw over to first. It's gonna be the 3rd out. But yeah, Willie Mays, the Say Hey kid, has just left an unbelievable impact on the game of baseball. Legend in every sense of the word. A 2-time NL MVP, 12 Gold Gloves, 6 all-time in the home run scoreboard. Just an absolute legend of the game. And he will be missed by the game, for sure. Rest in peace to Willie Mays. Zeb Henry at the plate. Fouls off that first pitch down the third base side. 0 for 2 today. Grounded out to second base and flew out to center. A 1 pitch from Hine. Slow. Ball 1. A pitch. In there, strike 2. A pitch in the dirt, evens up the count at 2. Pitch from Hine, grounded past the shortstop. It's going to be a base hit. Henry now on base. And the top of the order threatening early in this 5th inning. Lane Haworth comes up to the plate. He's 1 for 2. Has a base hit in the line out. That pitch is going to miss for strike 1. Miss for ball 1. One-0 pitch. It's gonna be up there, and that throw back to first base by Helm went off the glove of Skripsik, and that play was completely out of my comprehension there. I'm going to try and recap it. Throw over to first base, went off the glove of Skripsik. The runner at first, Henry, moved over to second on that error. Throw back into the infield, went off of Welchek's chest. He went to the ground, couldn't field that one. And now Henry's standing on third base with no outs. That pitch in there for a strike. Martin 0 for 2 today, struck out and grounded to second base. 2-1 pitch, swung on, missed, strike 2. That pitch, we swung on, out of play. Count remains even at 2 after that foul ball. A ground ball to Friend is going to be foul. So Martin staying alive. Wonder if he's a fan of the Bee Gees. 2-2 count. in the dirt, and Helm's going to stay in front of it. Looked over at Henry, kind of don't even think about it. At third base. Counts full. Pitch from Hine. It's going to be grounded. Friend has it. Throw over to Skripsic in time for the first out. Brings Haworth to the plate. He's 1 for 2. Had a base hit in the first. Was stranded at third. I do want to credit Henry for being really heads up on that play where he went from first to third on a couple of errors, because the ball was in the infield when he went from second to third. Like, it was not a long throw for anyone who could have gotten to the ball, but he saw that no one could have gotten to the ball in the time it would have taken him to get to third, and he made that move, and is now just 90 feet from home. One the count. Swung on, hit high out into right field. It's going to be caught. Runner goes home. Throw. What a throw! Gets him at home! What could have been a sacrifice fly is instead a double play as Kyle Reese makes the throw from right field to get the out at home. So the Islanders, with a runner at third with nobody out, are able to hold them and keep the game tied at 1 as we head to the bottom of the 5th. Gunnar Skripsic steps up to the plate. 0 for 1, struck out in the second inning. He'll swing and miss at that first pitch. He did get a bat on it, tipped it foul. That pitch going to be in there, strike 2. So now Skripsic down 0-2 in the count to start off this 5th inning, the bottom half of the 5th inning. That pitch, swung on, missed, strike 3. I believe that's strikeout number 6 for Godel today. Striker Hake comes up to the plate. He's also 0 for 1 with his strikeout. A bunt is going to be fouled off of the bat. And I think that ball might have hit Hake after it hit the bat, which is probably why it was called foul immediately. Now, a 1 pitch doesn't quite get in there, evens the count up. If you're going to have a ball hit you after a bunt is probably the time you want it to happen. Bunts are designed to deaden the velocity of the baseball. So, having it fouled off yourself or just a regular pitch, it's probably going to be significantly slower coming off a bunt than anything else. That pitch going to be in there. Strike 2 called. Two to Hake. It's going to be inside. It's going to roll to the netting. Runs the count full. Payoff pitch from Godel. It's going to be up high, ball 4. And Hake will take a trip to first base. Lane Rolfs comes to the plate. He's 1 for 1 with a single in the 3rd inning. Pitch can be outside for a ball. Pickoff attempt. It's going to be not in time. One-0 pitch. Swung on, missed. Strike 1. Line drive out into left field, gets down for a base hit. Now Rolfs is 2 for 2 on the day, and a runner has advanced into scoring position with just 1 out. And the top of the order comes up to the plate. Ben Wallachek he just doesn't have an at-bat today. 2 for 2, getting on base in his plate appearances with a couple walks. And we're going to have a mound visit here in the 5th inning. Godel's been really good all day. Only run he gave up was in the 1st inning, which was an inning that he only gave up 1 base runner, which was that walk to Wallachek to start off the game. He ended up stealing 2nd and advancing to 3rd. He got a sacrifice bunt to move him over to 2nd. That's my apologies. And then he stole 3rd and went home on a throwing error. So the only run of the game the Islanders have scored came from Wallachek, who comes to the plate now with 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. Game still tied at 1. One-0 pitch. Maybe. Now, the 1-0 pitch. It's going to be up high. 2-0 now the count. Walczak's been on the Islanders for a few years. He's been on the team as representative of Pratt Community College. He's now representing Indiana State University, where he's committed to play for next season. 3-0 the count. That pitch, miss outside, ball 4, and Walczak has his 3rd walk of the day against a pitcher who hadn't walked many players heading into the game. Now Trent Reitmeyer is 0 for 1 on the day. Had a sacrifice bunt in the 1st inning. It helped lead to Walczak's score, and then he flew out to right field in the 3rd. Bases loaded here for him with 1 out. That pitch going to be swung on, hit high over to the right side, and it's going to be caught by Williamson over there for the 2nd out. I didn't know if he was going to have room, but he did. Now Nolan Friend steps to the plate. He's 0 for 2. Bases still loaded, but now 2 outs, sacrifice taken away. A line drive out into left field. It's going to be caught. Nice play by Combs to stay in front of that one. And the bases loaded, stranded by the Islanders. Golden opportunity to take the lead. Just a really nice job getting out of that jam by the pitcher Godel, and also Combs making a nice play, nice read out in left field. Yep. Center. New pitcher on the mound for the Islanders, it's Xander Roberts. Pitcher from Augusta, where the Cannons are based. In 10 innings so far this season, he's given up just 2 earned runs for a 1.8 ERA. First pitch, swung on, hit out to center field, running back, and he's going to move over to second, and he thought that ball got out, I think, and he just got caught between first and second. I think he thought that ball got out, and he kind of held up, and then started going to second, and he got caught. So a base hit, and then Out on the bases at second. Snyder comes up to the plate, takes strike one. A pitch outside. Evens the count. Snyder 1 for 2 and has scored the only run of the game for the Cannons. 1-1 pitch in the dirt and outside. Ball 2. Two-one pitch. Gonna be in there for a strike. Chopped ground ball. Didn't really get far, and the throw to first base is not going to be in time. So an infield single that went about 4 feet maybe from the plate. Maybe I'm being a bit generous with that distance. But getting on is getting on, and it brings up Jose Grijalva. 0 for 1 today. He does have a walk, though. That pitch in the dirt. That one. Gonna miss low as well. 2-0 now the count. Ball fouled over to the right side for strike one. Two on the count. It's gonna get away from Helm, and the runner's gonna move over to second, and gonna be safe there. Helm gonna go talk to Roberts, just try and make sure they're on the same page with the runner on second now. One out here, top of the 6th inning. Tie ball game, 1-1. 3-1 the count. Pitch to Grijalva. Swung on, fouled down the right side again. Runs the count full. Looked like a potential payoff pitch, but ended up going around, throwing it back to second, which Wallachek nor Hake were expecting, as they both stayed put, and there was really no chance of getting them there. Here's the payoff pitch. In there, strike 3 called. Grijalva wanted to clarify with the umpire, but he did strike out on that pitch. Now Mike Williamson comes up to the plate. Gets an RBI. It's 1 for 2 today. I pitch in there for a strike. Roberts getting calls right now. Just throwing pitches in the strike zone that aren't getting swings. That one isn't going to be in the strike zone. 1-1 count now. Two outs here. Bottom of the 6th inning. Runner on second base. A pickoff attempt. Throw over to second base. Did not get him. Walcheck was one step ahead of Snyder. Foul ball over to the right side. Yeah, you're right. Got a train going across Main Street at the moment. Just about a block away from the ballpark. That pitch gonna be swung on, missed for strike 3. That'll retire the side, bring us to the middle of the 6th inning. Robert comes in, strikes out 2 to hold for the Islanders heading into the bottom of the 6th. New pitcher on the mound for the Cannons. It's Gavin Willett. Both starters go 5 innings and give up just 1 run. Although I do believe that Godel's run is going to be unearned. Willett has 7 innings pitched on the year, giving up 7 runs in that time on 7 hits. He's got 7.2 innings. I'm not going to sell him short. He's gotten 2 more outs than I was giving him credit for. Pitcher at Butler Community College. It's an 8.2 ERA this season. And we got a pinch hitter coming into the game for the Islanders. It's going to be coming in for Luke Clayton is Corey Reese, who was originally supposed to be the designated hitter today before being removed from the lineup. He's going to come up to the plate here. 455 average, leads the Islanders by quite a wide margin. That pitch, gonna catch the outside part of the plate for strike 1. pitch. Swung on. Fouled back. Pardon me, that's... I had Kyle's number wrong on my lineup sheet. I apologize. That is where my silence came from. I was confused. But yes, Corey Reese did come to the plate. He just struck out. Now Kyle Reese is now the guy who just grounded out second there. Apologies for the confusion. Bring Carter Helm to the plate.
Base runner here, Carter.
A pitch, gonna miss for ball one. That pitch swung on, fouled back. Strike one. Alright, I do have everything fixed on my lineup card. We should be good for the rest of the game. Once again, apologies for the confusion. But then we have 2 outs here, bottom of the 6th, tie ball game, 1-1. Carter Helm at the plate with nobody on, 1-1 the count. Here's the pitch in the dirt for ball 2.
Good pitch here, Carter.
A pitch, gonna be in there, strike 2 called. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here. Helm's gonna call time. Get maybe a practice swing in, clear his head. After taking strike 2. Now, that pitch gonna be fouled over to the right side. Stays alive. Continues the battle. Two count. Pitch misses. Ball 3 runs the count full now. Scoreboard all lit up. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here. Bottom of the 6th. Here's the pitch. Swung on. Lined into center field for a base hit. So Helm gets on for the first time today. Brings up Skripsic. It's not going to be Skripsic. It's going to bring up Drayton Denning. His high school teammate from a couple months ago. Ground ball back to the pitcher, throw over to first. It's going to be in time for the 3rd out. So after 6th, the game still tied 1-1. Islanders will try to hold their lead heading into the 7th. And stepping up to the plate is going to be Mason Ray. It's 1 for 2 today. Struck out in the second. Got a base hit in the fourth. He comes up to the plate here in the seventh, trying to get something done for his team. Get something going for him, maybe. Snyder deals. Or, pardon me, Roberts deals. Roberts is the pitcher on the mound. That pitch misses. 2-0 the count. To a pitch. Catches the outside part of the plate. 2-1. At 1. In there for strike. Count even at 2 now. At 1. Gonna be a check swing, but he didn't go. On a pitch that was way outside the zone, so the count runs full. Payoff pitch, swung on, grounded foul. Three-two again. Swung on, missed for strike 3. Helm didn't recover the ball really at all until Ray was halfway up the first base line, but he didn't run to first, so it's gonna be an out. Now Kane Springer comes up to the plate, 0 for 2, 2 ground outs. So we'll take that first pitch for a ball. That one. In there for a strike. Evens the count at 1. That pitch. It's going to miss low. 1 out here, top of the 7th inning. 1-1 your score. 2-1 the count. In there for a strike. And I mentioned it last inning, but it looks like Roberts is getting a lot of called strikes, which is a skill that a pitcher can use. Just throw pitches on the edge of the strike zone that the umpire is going to call, but aren't too enticing to the hitter on a count that doesn't have 2 strikes. Count does have 2 strikes now, though. 2-2 the pitch. It's going to be fouled down the third base line. Pitch to Springer. Fouled again. This time to the other side. Two count. Swung on. Miss. Strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts to start this inning for Xander Roberts. Now the top of the order comes to the plate. Zeb Henry is 1 for 3. Had a base hit in the 5th. Here's the pitch. Bunt attempt. Couldn't get the bat on it. Umpire might have said he pulled it back in time. One-zero pitch. Another bunt attempt. That time it's pulled back again. 2-0 the count. Now one just gets in there. And as soon as he doesn't try and lay down a bunt, he gets a pitch that would have been pretty good to put down. One in there for strike two. So now after taking 4 pitches, technically counts even at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Swung on, fouled back. Time called. Henry's gonna readjust and step back into the batter's box. 2-2 pitch. It's gonna be outside. Runs the count full. Scoreboard all lit up with a full count and 2 outs here. Top of the 7th inning. Payoff pitch to Henry. It's gonna miss for ball 4. So Henry gets on and brings up Cooper Martin. It's 0 for 3 today. Couple ground outs, and he struck out looking in the first. Pickoff attempt, not in time. First pitch, runner goes. Called strike, no throw over to second base, so Henry is going to get there.
Get this guy's in. Come on, babe.
Helm decided to just hold the ball and try and get the batter at the plate out. That pitch gets inside for ball 1. Also does keep first base open. That pitch gonna miss just outside for ball 2. Two-one pitch to Martin. Swung on, missed, strike 2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. It's in the dirt. Helm throws it, not in time. They're safe at third. So now, scoreboard all lit up with a full count and 2 outs. Runner on third here. Half pitch to Martin. Swung on, fouled back. That pitch swung on, grounded to the third base. Friend has it. Throw over to first. In time for the out.
Good work, Zan. Good work.
Striker Hake steps up to the plate. He's 0 for 1 today with a walk and a strikeout. At pitch, bunt attempt, did not pull it back, so it's going to be strike 1. At pitch, going to miss low, ball 1. That pitch, going to catch the outside part of the plate. Called strike 2. One, 2 the count now. That one's going to miss low and I think a bit outside as well. Here's the pitch. Swung on, foul tip into the glove of the catcher for strike 3. Wayne Rolfs comes up to the plate. It's 2 for 2. A couple of base hits. Swing and miss at the first pitch for strike 1. A 1 pitch, swung on and missed. Strike 2 now. Ross quickly goes down 0-2 after hacking away at the first 2 pitches, which were hittable pitches. And that pitch is not as hittable. He takes it, and it must have caught the outside part of the plate as strike 3 is called. Walchek steps up to the plate. Here's the pitch, swung on, hit foul. Walchek led off the first inning with a walk, and then he walked in his second at bat, and in his third at bat he drew a walk. So 3 walks for Walchek today. Still has not had an at bat, but 3 really productive plate appearances. And once again scored the only run for the Islanders so far this game in the first inning after he stole third and went home on an error. Is that pitch high for ball 2.
Good pitch here, Buck.
2-1 pitch. Walchek takes it for strike 2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here. Bottom of the 7th, game still tied at 1. Nobody on, and a line out to first base will end the inning. So we'll head to the 8th, still tied 1-1. And it's starting to feel like whichever team breaks first is going to lose this one.
Huh?
New pitcher on the mound for the Islanders. It's Mason Munns, pitcher for Wichita State University. Kingman native, son of head coach Toby Munns. He's thrown 8 innings this year for 11 earned runs, which is good or maybe not so good for a 12.37 ERA so far this season. But he's got good stuff. Wayne Howarth steps up to the plate. It's 1 for 3. Had a base hit in the first inning. Flew out twice since. First pitch. Bunt attempt. Not going to get down, and that's going to be strike 1. It's some movement on the infield. Walchek's at third base now. Hake is at short. That second pitch swung on, missed, strike 2. It's like we have Kyle Reese at second base. That pitch swung on, missed, strike 3. Brings up Cooper Combs. He's been caught sleeping on the base paths a couple times. Gotten on base every single time, but he's been thrown out twice. One 0 pitch. In there, strike 1. One pitch. Catches the zone for strike 2. One-two pitch, swung on, hit high behind second base, and it's going to be caught by Reese for the second out. It's going to bring up Gannon Snyder. Two for 3 on the day. Scored the only run for the Cannons so far. First pitch, outside, ball 1. No. It's going to miss for ball 2. That ground ball gets through the infield. It's going to be a base hit for Snyder. He's now 3 for 4. That'll bring up Griala. Leading the Cannons in batting average, I should say. But he's 0 for 2. Drew a walk in the second, but nothing since. Pickoff attempt over to first base. Gonna be really close, but they're not gonna get him. Looks like Nolan Friend playing over at first base. So it looks like they moved everyone around on the infield to make room for Denning, who I believe is in the outfield right now. That pitch gonna miss outside for ball 1. One the pitch. Gonna be outside, ball 2. Getting more train traffic tonight than usual, I'd say. That pitch gonna be fouled over to the right side. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here. Runner on first. Top of the 8th inning. 1-1 the score. Pitch for Munns. Swung on, missed, strike 3. And the Islanders get through the 8th. Still tied.
Yeah, it's that was bugs. That was bugs.
So we have to the plate, Trent Reitmeyer. 0 for 2 today with a couple flyouts. Flew out in the 3rd inning, but popped out to, or I guess fouled out to the first baseman. I marked that wrong on my sheet, but he did. Hit a foul ball that just barely stayed in play. It was recorded out. 2-0 the count now. Here's the pitch. On attempt. Pulled back, but a strike gets called. I don't know if he thought that button didn't get pulled back in time, because I do not think that pitch was over the plate at all. That one gonna be way inside. One may have been closer to the plate than the last one. Either way, count 3-1. That one gonna be swung on, hit high out into center field, and it's gonna be caught for the out. Stepping into the plate is, I guess, first baseman now, Nolan Friend. Oh for 3 today. Looking to do something to get on base, and he drives one into deep left field. And that one's just going to be foul. Got a hold of that one, but just hooked. One on the count. That one's in there, strike 2.
Go, Nolan.
That one's going to be up for ball 2. Count even now. Two the count, 1-1 the score. That pitch swung on, going to be popped up to second base, and a nice play there to get the out. So now Corey Reese steps to the plate. Struck out in his only at bat so far after coming in for Clayton in the 6th inning. A pitch. Going to be grounded down the third base line, and it's fair. Reese is going to dig for second, and he's going to get there pretty easily for a stand-up double with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th. The Islanders showing some life now, trying to give themselves the lead for the first time since the game was tied up. So now Kyle Reese steps to the plate. That pitch in there for a strike.
Come on, babe.
That one gonna miss inside. Evens the count at 1. That pitch swung on, missed, strike 2.
Sit on one here, Kyle. Come on, babe.
One-two pitch. Gonna miss. Evens the count up. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here. Bottom of the 8th. Runner on second. 1-1 the score. Here's the pitch. Swung on. Hit high up to second base. And it's going to be caught for the 3rd out. So we'll head to the 9th. It's still 1-1. No, Munn stays on the mound for the ninth. Mike Williamson comes to the plate. He's 1 for 3 with a base hit today. That one gonna miss outside, ball 1.
Back on it right here, base.
That one gonna miss way inside. Almost too far inside to be classified as inside. Two-oh pitch here. It's gonna be fouled off to the right side.
Good pitch, base.
That pitch gonna be fouled off. So now count even at 2. That pitch swung on, missed strike 3. One out here in the ninth. Brings up Mason Ray, the Australian, to the plate. He struck out twice today, but has a base hit in the middle of those. A pitch in there for strike 1. A 1 pitch. Touches the strike zone again. So now Ray down 0-2 in the count. That one's gonna miss outside. He was trying to get him to chase, but no swing. It's just gonna run the count to 1-2. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swung on, missed, strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the inning for Mason Munns. Brings up Kane Springer to the plate. He's 0 for 3 today. Couple groundouts and a strikeout. Good first pitch. They catch the bottom of the zone for a strike. That one gonna miss for a ball. And Munns, despite his ERA being quite inflated, has had a very impressive showing here on this field this season. He went 3 scoreless innings earlier this year. I believe it was against, can't remember, might have been against Great Bend actually. to seal the win for the Islanders. 5-4 was the score. He came in the 7th inning and shut them down as the count runs to 3-1 to Springer. They'll swing and would foul that one off. Count runs full now. Scoreboard all lit up. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Payoff pitch, swung on, fouled off. Payoff again. Another foul ball. Three-two pitch again. Another foul ball. It's going to be 3 in a row that we've just stayed on a full count. Credit to Springer for staying alive. That pitch swung on, strike 3. Munns comes in, strikes out the side in his 2nd inning of work. And now the Islanders have a chance to walk it off in the bottom of the 9th. All right, here to go in the bottom of the 9th. Will still on the mound. Stepping up to the plate to lead off the inning is Carter Helm. And he's going to drive that one high up into the air. And it's going to be caught by the 3rd baseman for the first out. We'll bring up Drayton Denning to the plate. That pitch, gonna miss outside for ball 1. Come on. one gonna miss inside. Ball 2.
Get AB up there.
That one. This is low. Ball 3. This pitch is going everywhere but the strike zone. This at bat, it would appear. That one gets in there. 3-1 the count now. That pitch swung on, fouled off.
Good hack. You're on. Now you're on. Let's go.
So Willett quickly worked from down 3-0. Now the count full. Drayton Dennings got to protect. That pitch, grounded. Shortstop has to charge in, throw over to first. In time for the second out. That's Stricker. Striker Hake steps up to the plate. 0 for 2. He drew a walk though. That pitch, going to catch the outside part of the plate for strike 1. That pitch missed for strike 2.
Head on, babe. We need you, bub.
Oh, 2 pitch. Gonna miss outside. Ball 1.
Free it up, strike. Come on, babe. There you
That
go.
one's gonna bounce off the plate. Evens the count up. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here, bottom of the 9th. Game still tied 1-1. That pitch gonna be flown out into right field and caught by the fielder. So we'll head to the 10th. Free baseball. Who says no?
Just keep it on that.
Just go to 1 if you press it. Oh, nothing? Huh. Yeah, keep it on 9 then. It's gonna be the 9th inning forever. Mason Munst is on the mound for the Islanders. First pitch going to be swung on, grounded to second base. And throw to the first for the first out. Henry moves to 1 for 4 on the game. That'll bring up Cooper Martin, who's 0 for 4 with a couple of strikeouts. Gonna go over talk to his coach for a second. Gonna talk a little bit of strategy, which I assume goes beyond hit the ball. So we'll see what the plan is here. Maybe it is as simple as that. Martin hasn't gotten on base today. Maybe he's just saying now's the time to do that. That pitch misses low, ball 1. That one's going to be bunted over to foul territory. Extra inning rule. There's a runner on second base to start.
He was like, why is the person on third? Yeah. Yeah, speed it up.
A pitch. Gonna miss high. Throw home is not gonna beat him. The throw might have beat him, but the tag did not. Springer got his hand in there. And he scores the go-ahead run here in the top of the 10th inning. With 1 out. Two to 1 the score. 2-1 was also the count. 3-1 now the count. 1 out here, top of the 10th. Pitch to Martin. Swung on, missed, strike 2. Count runs full. Payoff pitch. Swung on, hit high out into right field. People backing up, and Friend's gonna grab it. Now center fielder Howard steps up to the plate. It's 1 for 4. That pitch going to be grounded foul down the third base side. That pitch going to be flied out to center field. And it's going to be caught by Reitmeyer out there for the third out. So the Cannons score the extra inning runner and pull ahead 2-1 here in the 10th inning. And the Islanders are going to need to score to stay alive, as well as score twice to win the game. New pitcher on the mound for the Cannons. It's Jose Grijalva. It's been DHing today. Comes into this game with 8 innings pitched and 2 earned runs, so he's not untouchable, but he's a very good pitcher. And it looks like Rolsey's gonna just lay down a bunt, and he's gonna be safe at first. And now 2 runners on for the Islanders here in the bottom of the 10th, including 1 on third base as the top of the order comes to the plate. So now Ben Wolochek comes to the plate here. He is 0 for 1, and that pitch is going to hit him. Bases are loaded. Trent Reitmeyer steps up to the plate. 1-run deficit. Runners on all 3 bags. Reitmeyer 0 for 3, but all 3 of those are flyouts. A flyout would probably tie the game here. That pitch inside, ball 1. Pretty much any ball in play scores a run here. As a swing and miss at that one for strike 1. Saying any ball in play, I don't want to jinx it. It could be like a line drive to the second baseman that he catches for the out, and everyone just stays where they are. As that pitch is outside, ball 2. Two-one pitch, swung on, hit high into foul territory, and it's going to go out of play. Even the count of 2.
Back up the middle, Rat.
That pitch is going to hit him. Ball game is tied. Back-to-back hit by pitches. This one drives in a run. So now, bases loaded with the game-winning run on third base. And stepping up to the plate is Nolan Friend. It's 0 for 4. It's 0 for 4, but even a ball in play could score the game-winning run. That pitch going to be way up and in. And if it hits them, that's the ball game. That one's going to be grounded on the first base line, and it's going to be foul. Count runs to 1-1. One pitch, swung on, lined into left field, and it just goes foul. 1-2 now the count. And that one really looked like it could have ended the game. And that one runs way inside, just misses them. even to the count at 2.
Yeah.
2-2 pitch. Misses low. Count full now.
Walk off.
That one's going to be grounded to third base, and he can't play it! He can't play it! Ralph comes home! Islanders win it in the 10th inning! That ground ball from Friend looked playable. Could have been even a throw home to keep the game alive, but it just got away from Snyder, and that is going to end it.
Get on somewhere, boys.
What a game. If you like offense, it might not have been the one for you, but went into 10, and we have a winner with the Kingman Islanders taking this one from the Kansas Cannons. And the Islanders remain undefeated as the home team this year. Stay tuned. We'll have a post-game interview with Nolan Friend. But the team's going to huddle up, have a quick talk about how that game went. And truly, what a game.
Give this to him.
Yeah, just leave it in there, I guess.
What's up, Ashley?
Yep.
We're just gonna do it just standing here.
All right.
All right. I'm here with Nolan. Post-game interview. Me and Nolan were teammates in high school, so we just decided we were gonna have Friend up here for the post-game interview today, and he ended up getting the game-winning RBI, so that worked out nicely. How did that feel? What did you think when that ground ball just went to third base?
Oh, it was nice. I didn't really watch it much. I was trying to make sure I didn't get a double play. It's kind of nice to get a good break there to win the game.
Yeah, for sure. Because that kind of ball is, I mean, you're still in a good situation, even if that is a ground out there, even if they get that play at home. You still have a runner probably on third there. Just a really good situation for you guys as a whole. You ended up playing first base later in the game, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
How often have you played there?
I played there most of the whole spring season, so started playing there this spring, and so I feel pretty good there.
Okay, because you've been playing third base most of the season. You started the game at third base, so And being from Kingman, you played over on the right side of the infield most of your career there. So it was just kind of interesting to see you playing at first base for that. But congratulations on the win. Big game today, big win. Yeah, thanks for coming up here and talking to me.
Yep, thanks, Asher.
Yep. Good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
The Islanders win it 3-2 in 10 innings. I've been Ashton Timish. So long from Riverside Park.